Welcome back, Rosebuds. It is your girl, Kimberly Rose. Here to talk to you today about procrastination. Okay, so I'm going to try to make this a brief video. I just want to say procrastination is a killer of hopes, dreams, and goals. Okay, when you have an inspired idea, act on it. The first step is to write it down. That gets it from being just a thought in your mind, which is intangible, meaning you can't touch a thought, right? When you write it down on paper, now it is concrete. It is something that you can actually put your hands on and look at, okay? When you write it down with the date. The date that you had this idea. You write it down because then you can look at it again in 2 days or however long you want, a week, and say, uh-oh, I haven't acted on it. I haven't actually put a step into place that gets me from A to B. The other thing I was going to say is it's not a bad idea to keep a journal. Sometimes writing things down in a notebook, one particular place that you're going to have and keep with you is a good idea, because then you can look back a week from now and say, you know, this is where I had this idea. I still haven't acted on it yet, so I can do something about it. Don't put it off. An inspired idea is something that gets you further ahead, if that's where you're trying to be. If you're anything like me, I am very motivated and always trying to raise my standard of living, okay? So that is a good practice to put in place, is to write things down and to put a date on it. Dreams, goals, and aspirations should not wait. Act now. The time is now, immediately, okay? Like today or tomorrow, but we say don't put it off to tomorrow. We don't want to put it off to tomorrow. We at least want to write it down when we have the idea, because the idea will go right in your mind and out the other side if you don't put it down. A lot of times, that is the worst thing you can do, is you're wasting time just because you didn't make it concrete, okay? The other thing I want to say is wants are different. If you want something like a big ticket item, wait on it. Depending on how much it costs, you might need to wait a little bit longer. What I'm referring to is when I wanted a new car, which is 10 years ago. My car is old now, it's 10 years old, but it's paid for, okay? Boop. I thought about it. I thought about it for a whole year because it was a Chrysler 300 and I knew I ain't had that money, okay, for to go out and buy no Chrysler 300. So I thought about it. I thought about it for a whole year. I envisioned myself, honey. I visualized and everything. Every time one drove down the street, I said, ooh, I would look so good sitting in that driver's seat, driving that pretty car. So after a year of wanting it, planning for it, and visualizing myself all up in it, I bought it. All right. So that is just my tip for today. Understand when you are getting inspiration, like for doing something like starting your own business, or even if it's just to pursue something that you like painting or sculpting or whatever it is you like to do. Whatever it is that is an inspired thought, act on it immediately. There is no time like the present. That is just my jewel for you today. As always, KIM, and please like, share, and subscribe. I love you much. Until next time, peace and love. Mwah.